This one I was supposed to do a long time ago, and I feel bad that I hadn't done it yet. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it today. Get it over with. Not like get it over with like I didn't want. Like, you know. Of course I wanted to do it. It's just I was putting it off for a while. Technically, it's a completely different tattoo than what was recommended. Somebody recommended me a tattoo on a stream, and I thought it was kind of a weird choice. I was a little weirded out by this person's what they wanted until I looked into it and found out that there was nothing weird about it. But then I still changed it to this, the like Mandalorian helmet. It's cool. It's a cool helmet. I forget the guy's name. I was supposed to check it before, but it was a person who was on like the first video game stream that I ever did. Not Luke, but a different like scratcher out there who just hasn't been confirmed yet. And after Luke bounced off, they came on and they were like, "Hey, you should do a Gladiator helmet tattoo." And I was like, "Oh, now that's a gay idea." So I was thinking like Trojan like condoms. But then I looked into it, and there's plenty of reasons to get a Gladiator helmet tattoo besides it being a relation to a condom, to like a big dick condom, you know? So I decided to get it a long time ago. I was like, okay, I'll get a Gladiator helmet. And then I just never got it because it still felt weird. It still felt gay for some reason. Again, not like homosexual, or even queer, but just specifically like gay. So I didn't want to get the Trojan helmet, but I knew that I should get it. So I was like, let me look at some Trojan helmets, and I started drawing them out, and then one of them ended up looking like the Mandalorian helmet, and I was like, oh, cool, I'll just do a Mandalorian helmet, but it'll be in honor of the Gladiator helmet, since that's what it is anyways, like that's the whole thing. So you're welcome, whoever you are. And thank you for the idea, in a way. This one's yours. If the Gladiator, I'm not gonna call it the Mandalorian helmet tattoo, because that's I don't want it to be like too Star Warsy on like the list of tattoos you should get. But Gladiator helmet, I'll put that on the list, and I'll call this my Gladiator helmet tattoo, because Mando is a gladiator of sorts. My first tattoo was a Star Wars tattoo. I'm not going to show you right now, but it's on my shoulder. It's on my back shoulder. So I'm a liar, but I do have it. I'm not a liar about my tattoos. I'm just a liar about what I'm willing to do to prove it. It's got Celtic knotwork, because I couldn't decide if I wanted a Star Wars tattoo or a Celtic knot tattoo, because I was 18 and I was like, that's everything about me. So I got them mixed. And so it's not like I'm just like getting a Mando tattoo because it's popular. I've always thought fucking the Fets and their culture was super cool. So here we are. I'm all about this life. This is the way, if you will. I'm enjoying this one symbolically because it's like a symbol for armor, right? And I've got it right here next to my my Nerf gun tattoo, which is kind of fuzzy, as you can see. I'll edit something in to make that look, but because I did that one with a sewing needle, so it's busted. It popped through all my blood vessels. So, it's right next to this Mandalorian helmet, and symbolically it's like the armor and the weapon, you know? Like offense and defense. And I like that the gun is kind of fuzzy and the helmet is going to be sharp, because I think defense is more important than offense most of the time. So it's like, I don't know. Plus, I just like Star Wars. I like the symbol. I'm gonna see this a lot, and I'm gonna think about it a lot. And I just don't know, but it's gonna be like my new favorite tattoo, like all of them. Because like when I got the Nerf gun tattoo, it's when I got my first handgun. So I was like, cool, now I have a gun, and then let's get a Nerf gun tattoo to symbolize it. And then my rights, my rights as a handgun owner in this state of Oregon became a little bit fuzzy on whether or not I was allowed to have this thing, or carry it around with me, or point it at people who were disagreeing with me at inopportune times. So, like those rights, the fuzziness of this tattoo has actually ended up being a nice little reminder of what that is. It's like, is it a gun? It looks like one, but not supposed to be using it. So let's just fuzz that one out, and then next to it put a nice sharp helmet, because I'm gonna purchase one of those bulletproof backpacks that they sell for kids of scared parents, and then I'll just have that with me instead of a gun, right? And then now we've got the philosophy, because I'm pretty sure if I know it, if I understand it correctly, in the culture, you're not supposed to take off your helmet, but I think you can be without weapons. I think you're allowed to be unarmed, but you must have your defense. So, because I don't have a bulletproof backpack yet, I feel fairly vulnerable a lot of the time. But something to remember, if you don't have your armor, your backpack, your bulletproof vest on, if you don't have that on, or a gun on you, there's some key things that you can use that we can learn from Mandalorian for your better self-defense. And they're the things that keep the Mandalorian safe from battle more times than can even be shown in the stories. Which is the bad boy reputation, the straight face, the unmovable disposition, and the air of confidence that comes with the Mandalorian, just whole thing. That's what protects him most of the time, is just people like not really wanting to fuck with him because of how he looks. So if I can just find a way before my bulletproof backpack and shin guards get here to develop my features into some sort of don't fuck with me kind of attitude, and just kind of stand up straight like a Mandalorian does, then when you're walking around, people just kind of assume maybe that guy does know how to not get beat up, right? Because you just walking around like somebody if you act like everybody knows that you know you're badass, then you don't have to pretend to be badass. You have to pretend that everybody thinks you're badass, and then get a Mandalorian helmet, and if you wear that everywhere, nobody's gonna mess with you double, because who wants to mess with that guy? He's probably on something. What I like about Mando is because of his cool attitude and demeanor, and he's not starting the fights. He's just there, and then people have problems with him. that might happen. But he's avoiding most of the conflicts by just being cool. So that's what this is about, is just like, be cool. If you don't have a helmet or a bulletproof backpack, you could at least be cool, like Boba Fett. He's cool. That's why I got this tattoo. It's because Boba Fett's cool.